podcast. Doe!
And we're back. Hello, everybody. On today's episode of Show and Tell, we have Mr. Adam Snitcherton. He's the frontman, the singer of the Chicago punk band, the Kreutzer Sonata. But also, he's a painter, a lover of fine literature, and a cat person. So before we get to his show and tell, though, I just want to remind everybody that we do have the Blue Island Radio Podcast theme song contest. It's up and running, and we're accepting submissions for this contest. So if you're in a band or if you're a musician and you want to submit a song to be the new theme song for the podcast, please send it to blueislandradio@gmail.com. That's blueislandradio@gmail.com. And the winner, once we get about, 10 submissions, we're going to play them on the show and pick a winner. And the winner will get a $50 gift certificate to the Rock Island Public House. That's the Rock Island Public House here in Blue Island, Illinois, beautiful Blue Island, Illinois. And some of you may be thinking, I know $50 is not a lot of money. But, if you write a $10 song or you submit a $35 song, you may still be making some money off of this deal. Not only that, but of course you'll get your song played on every episode of the podcast. So, again, if you are in a band and you want to submit to the contest, just send it to blueislandradio@gmail.com and win a $50 gift certificate to the Rock Island Public House.
This is Dave Brown, and I approve this message.
Perfect. All right, now, without further ado, let's see what Adam has brought to show and tell.
You were just talking about Charles Bukowski. I have something, not Charles Bukowski, but related to that. This is a poem print by Lawrence Ferlinghetti.
Okay, yeah.
You know who that is?
Yep, City Lights.
Yes, City Lights Publishers, and it's got his signature down there. And this is kind of like a political poem called Pity the Nation that he signed, and I have a copy of.
What's the poem about exactly?
It's kind of like just critiquing America and kind of bigotry and like lines like "Pity the nation that knows no other language but its own and no culture but its own. Pity the nation whose breath is money and sleeps the sleep of the too well fed." Kind of.
Did you meet him or?
No. I found this at from a publisher who was doing limited prints of his work that he was hand signing, and it was real cheap. It was like some random guy in like Westchester County, New York. He was doing it out of his house, and it's like he just had like a little online website, and I got it. But the reason I'm so fond of that is because Charles Bukowski, he published a lot of the original Charles Bukowski short story collections with City Lights, and Charles Bukowski was, a lot of people, it's their big influence when they're younger and angsty and stuff. And he's like one of the most imitated writers. But yeah, and then that got me into Ferlinghetti, and that got me into like a lot of other like beat writers, and like Lawrence Ferlinghetti is published by New Directions Publishing, which is like probably one of the most well-respected independent publishers outside like the big publishing houses. And I don't know, from Ferlinghetti and Bukowski, it was kind of like a snowball effect into literature for me,
Yeah, it's funny you mentioned Bukowski being such a big influence on young writers, and it's good and bad. It's like everyone thinks that they can do that. It's like he deceptively simple. It's not. Not everyone can do that, and unfortunately, I think a lot of people, myself included, for a little while, anyways, went that direction. It's like, I think I could do that. No.
I probably wasted a couple years of my life trying to write like him,
Right. Yeah.
When I should have been writing with my own voice,
Right.
I didn't live the same life as him. I didn't come from the, like we everyone has their own voice. You don't like, it's the same thing with like in a band. When you start out, you imitate the famous rock and roll bands, you cover their riffs, you play them, but that's not gonna be how you ultimately sound,
Isn't that, I think, the hardest thing in art? Maybe you disagree, or maybe you have another opinion, or you can explain it, but it's finding your own voice.
Yeah.
Until you find that, you're in the wilderness, I think. Like, whether it's painting, writing, music, whatever, Do you feel like I feel like you found a voice in painting. I don't know. It's too soon to tell. It's only been a year, but it seems like you found something that works for you.
I feel like for painting it was easier for me to find my voice because I had other mediums of art that I had already been doing for a while, and for those mediums like writing and music, it took me decades to find my voice, you know. But I had got to a point where I knew what I was about with those. Maybe I'm not to the skill level I want to be with those, or where I'm at in life where I want to be with those, but I got to a point where I knew the themes I wanted to touch on, what those were about for me, and to start painting, I at least had some basic concepts in my head of, you know, what I like things to be like, you know. So this is one I did. If you can see that,
Yeah, I can see. Good.
it's like you got a hyena there attached to a chain. It's like a cross over it, little straight razor, kind of smeared with gory shit and some roses. And like,
Crucifix.
yeah, some diagonal lines, which is something I've been doing, like just kind of like harsh angles on animals and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this is one of the ones that like I first started to actually do like more detail on and stuff like that. If you can see
That's
that.
cool.
Well.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Adam, for playing show and tell with us. If you want to check out his full episode of the podcast, it's episode number 127. Just go to biradio.libsyn.com. That's biradio.libsyn.com. And don't forget to submit a song to our theme song contest. All right. Well, thank you for watching. This is Brandon signing off. Go in peace.